Hello and welcome to this little video. Today I'm going to be reading a short vampire story of mine called Girls Just Want to Have Fun, which you can find in this chapter. This is my Children of Cain Vampire Omnibus, which came out a few years ago and has collected a few of sort of like the expanded universe stories from my world of Sam Spallucci. Before I carry on though, please quick like, quick subscribe, that'd be absolutely fantastic. So, straight on with it. Oh, this is just awesome. Derek Thompson let out a deep sigh as he realised his uninterrupted run at filing McIntyre Papers' annual audits had just been terminally disturbed. He looked up from behind the mountain of buff-coloured cardboard files and asked with an air of resignation, "What is?" His co-worker, Derek, who used a second part of that term quite loosely, Harry Dent, strode across the cramped office while slapping the back of his large hand against the page of some trashy magazine. This old boy! This splendid piece of stuff. When it was thrust towards him, Derek took the glossy mag and gave it a cursory scan. It was the usual sort of drivel that so many of the younger office workers read. Pages full of ticked cars and expensive watches. He had no time for that sort of thing. He was far too busy. Thompson volunteered a non-committal shrug. "That's it, old man," boomed Dent. A shrug. He retrieved the magazine and flicked through it, looking for what Derek guessed Dent thought was a matter of importance. "You haven't seen the little gem that I found." He paused and went, "Ah, here we are," and taking one of the large blue highlighters they always seem to have around his bulky person, he scrolled a ring around something. "There you go, old man. Read it and weep." Derek caught the magazine as it flew back across the desk towards him, and scowled as he proceeded to read the highlighted section. The older man was rapidly losing patience with Dent's interruption. He ran his hand over his balding head, which began to shake slowly when he saw that the text was the "would like to meet" section. Once again, Dent was letting his favourite organ do the thinking for him. Two excitable young ladies looking for an experienced man who wants to try lots of new fun things. We are both professional and intelligent, so are looking for a man of similar social standing. Must be very open-minded and have great stamina. These girls just want to have fun. Oh, good God. He could not be serious, surely. Even this was a step too far for the imbecile who got caught with the pants down in the reprographics room last month. That young typist from accounts. It was a miracle his fiancée had never found out. Derek looked up from the magazine into the beaming, ruddy face of his co-worker. "Well, old man, what about Margaret?" Dent waved a dismissive paw as if the subject was irrelevant. "Oh, don't be such a fuddy-duddy. You know we have his tongue slivered across his lips, "open relationship." By that, Derek knew that Dent meant he got to play away as often as he liked. But if some chap so much had looked at his woman, he'd let all his rugby-playing weight pound that fellow into the ground. Derek tried another tack. "It's a set-up." Dent looked amused. "Don't get you, old fella. You have no idea who these girls are or what they're after." Dent bellowed a raucous guffaw. "Ha! They're hot and they're after the time of their lives." "How can you be so sure, Harry? What if they lure you to some seedy joint and have an accomplice who nips out and mugs you? Have you thought about that?" Dent raised his ginger eyebrows. "Mug me? Me? The biggest hunk of muscle that ever stacked files in the archives? I think not, old man. I grabbed these totties by the neck, pinned them to the floor, then, when they could smell my rampant testosterone filling their noses, I'd give their longing mouths exactly what they wanted." Derek sighed for what seemed to be the 100th time in the last 5 minutes. "Okay," he said, handing the magazine back. "If you say so, Harry." "I do indeed, old man. Now, if you excuse me, I have a phone call to make." Okay. Calm down, it's cool. You're cool. You know that. What's the time?" 8:55. Okay, we said 9, so that's cool. 5 minutes early. Nice cold beer. Ice cold beer. Have a sip. There, that's better. Oh, why am I so nervous? Oh, still 8:55. Stop looking at your bloody watch. You'll make it go quicker. Yeah, more beer. Yes, beer. Good old beer. Okay. 5 minutes. Ha, then showtime. Ha, can't believe it. Oh, man, she sounded so hot, didn't she? Sexy voice. Oh, yes, so sexy. Hope she has a nice rear. I hope they both do. I like a nice rear, don't we? Oh, yes, we do. Oh, it's hot in here. Yes, so hot. Ah, that's better. Open collar now. Yeah, bit cooler. More beer. Am I sweating? Am I? No, don't think so. My pits are dry. Nice bar. Not been here before. No United supporters. So up themselves. City rock. More beer. Where are they? 8:58. Okay, still a bit early, I guess. Are they coming, though? Second thoughts? No, of course not. She didn't sound like the sort that had second thoughts. Have I got the right bar? I have, haven't I? Of course I have. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, that's where I am. Yeah, right bar. 9 p.m. Stop looking at your watch. They'll be here. What did she say they look like again? Red and blonde. Yeah, red and blonde. Sure, she said blonde, not brunette? Yeah, blonde. Blonde, she said blonde. Red and blonde, yeah. I'm sat in the right place. Yeah, right place at the back of the bar. Discreet. 9:01. Oh, no. They're late. They're not coming. Of course they are, you dumb idiot. Look, of course they are. Two of them. Yeah, wasn't the old man jealous? Baldy couldn't pull two hotties. No way I could, though, and I have. Oh, yeah. Oh, there. That's them, isn't it? At the bar. How'd I miss them? Blonde and red getting drinks. Oh, what do I do? What do I go up to them? No. What if it's not them? God, I get slapped. Ha, perv alert. No, wait a minute. They said here. If it's them, they'll come here. Yeah, they'll come here. Just wait. Chill. Be cool. More beer. Yeah, it's them. Red see me. Talking to blonde. Nodding. Here they come. Oh, you jammy bastard. Hey there. It was Red who was speaking. Blonde was stood just behind the companion, peering curiously over the redhead's shoulder. You, Harry. Dent was momentarily paralysed as his brain tried to assimilate what his unbelieving eyes were seeing. Both girls were about 5'6"ish. Red had the most vividly coloured hair he had ever come across, cut quite short and spiky, letting him take in her emerald eyes and pixie-shaped nose. Blonde's hair cascaded down her back, and Dent could see it flowing round her very shapely rear. She had deep sapphire blue eyes and a very slim mouth. Both wore short skirts revealing an incredibly amount of slender leg, and both had tight-fitting vest tops showing off tattoos on their left shoulders. Red, a tiger. Blonde, a scorpion. All Dent could do was sit and gawp. Christmas had come early this year. Red raised a slim, sculpted eyebrow. Cat got your tongue, or we got the wrong guy? What? Dent snapped out his reverie. No, I'm Harry. He shot up, almost sending his beer flying. He thrust a warm hand out to meet them. Pleased to meet you. Very pleased. Red took his hand. Harry thought he would either, embarrass himself or faint right there. Her touch was so light and sensuous. Pleased to meet you too, Harry. Her friend just smiled from behind a veil of blonde hair. Scorpion's pleased to meet you too. Scorpion? Red pointed to Blonde's tattoo. She's Scorpion. Then her own, and I'm Tigress. May we sit down? Oh, of course. Please take a seat. Tigress lowered herself down onto the sofa and lifted her feet up onto the low table. Harry couldn't help but stare at the soft white skin that belonged to her legs. Keeping her cocktail in her left hand, she patted the seat next to her with her right and smiled up at Dent. He dutifully sat down. Good boy, Harry, she purred, and ran a finger down the side of his cheek. He felt the firm caress of the fingertip followed by the quick scrape of the long painted nail. He stopped himself from gasping. Scorpion silently folded herself into the seat on his right side, tucking her legs underneath her and pushing up close to him. Harry turned to watch her. Oi! He squeaked. The blonde just pulled her Rapunzel-like locks around over her shoulder and continued to smile at him. Don't mind her, Tigress whispered, conspiratorially. She don't say much. Harry could feel the warmth of her breath caressing his ear, and the scent of their combined perfumes was dancing in his nostrils. More beer, quickly. As the cold liquid trickled down his gullet towards his stomach, he felt himself start to relax. Yeah, he was cool. He was good at this. He was the Dentster. So, what is it you ladies do, then? Scorpion giggled coquettishly. Oh, we do lots of things, Harry, Tigress breathed. Lots of nice things. More beer. I meant, what do you do for a living? Tigress was eyeing him reprobatively over the rim of her cocktail. We're researchers, Harry. Whatever we get told to do by our boss. He commands it and it is done. What do you do, Harry? Dent gazed at her, his confidence building. I'm in accounts. At McIntyre Papers. Wow. Tigress sipped her drink and showed her real admiration. Paper, hey? Where would we be without it? Such an important job, Harry. Damn right. Harry could feel his courage really starting to mount now. People don't realise just how important paper is. Paperless society, my arse. We'd be screwed without this stuff. Oh, that is so true, Harry. Harry couldn't help but notice that the long legs had left the table and were now crossed over and rubbing slowly against his. Divine. I do admire men who undertake such important work. And an accountant, too. You must be good with figures. I sure am best in the office. And how about your figure, Harry? Tigress continued to purr, her soft leg now slipping half over his, and her nose nuzzling at his ear. Is your figure nice, my love? This was incredible. Dent could feel himself starting, to rise so fast. He was sure the girls must be able to see the bulge in his trousers. Yeah, I work out at the weekends, play rugby too. Got to keep trim, he chuckled. Nice. Scorpion likes nice toned abs, don't you, Scorp? Harry turned to the blonde, and Scorpion nodded as she slipped her hand over his stomach, starting to unfasten a couple of shirt buttons. He let out a short gasp as she slipped her delicate fingers inside the crisp cotton fabric. Oh, God, it felt so good. Slowly, she worked her hand round and round over the smooth skin of his tense stomach, searching and probing as she drew nearer. Then she took his earlobe in her mouth. Dent sighed as she tugged at it whilst emitting out a soft, throaty growl. Tigress's knees rose higher up the inside of Dent's leg as she gently scolded her blonde companion. Now, girlfriend, behave yourself. There'll be plenty of time for that later. She purposefully placed a drink down on the table, then ran a hand over Dent's thigh and up between his legs, gently letting one finger trace his rather excited bulge before grasping round Scorpion's wrist and drawing her hand away. We mustn't be too forward, must we? Then, taking the blonde by the hand, she stood up. Please excuse us, Harry, but we need to go powder each other's noses. Blowing him a kiss, they turned and left Dent gawping at the perfectly shaped rears that sauntered through the bar to the ladies' toilets. Tigress meticulously scrubbed the hands in the basin and looked over at Scorpion. Well? Scorpion nodded. You're sure? Scorpion nodded again, her long hair cascading over her shoulders. After drying her hands, Tigress touched up her lipstick without once looking in the mirror, and turned back to her old friend. Okay, let's do it. The three of them went back to his place. Harry Dent was rather proud of his bachelor pad. He worked damn hard, so he spent his wages well. On the wall in the living room was a huge LED TV. He had all the decent channels, of course. Next to it was a multimedia centre that set him back well over $2,000. He flicked it on with the remote, and soft music drifted through the apartment. It was something from the early 90s. Warm, erotic. Oh yeah, baby, get it on. He suffered a mild moment of annoyance when he saw the answer phone flashing at him accusatively. He huffed as he flicked it on whilst dimming the lights. It was Margaret. Hi, sweetie. Only me, so I can hear, he thought. Tried your mobile, but I think you've turned it off. No shit. Anyways, I know you're so busy with work tonight. Just wanted to say I love woo. There was the sound of a huge wet kiss, and the phone clicked off. If her old man wasn't so loaded. Dent's thoughts were interrupted by the sound of soft movement from behind him. He turned and saw the blonde beauty regarding him with a faint knowing smile and twinkling azure eyes before she wandered off to join her girlfriend in the kitchen. Excellent, came the happy voice of Tigress. You don't mind me opening this champers, do you, Harry, sweetie? He heard the cork pop open on a £500 bottle of vintage champagne. He should have protested, but he wouldn't. No, not tonight. Not at all. Some glasses of Bollinger and a large whisky later, the three of them were in Harry's bedroom. Dent stood and looked at the two beauties in front of him, curled up on his bed, slowly stroking each other while sipping more champagne. They'd removed their shoes and skirts and were now just wearing their knickers and vests. Harry had a very good idea. There was nothing on underneath those vests. He finished his whisky and began to undo his shirt. Scorpion giggled and whispered something in Tigress's ear. Red smiled as she sipped some more of the champagne. What'd she say? Oh, she just commented that I'll love your nice smooth tummy, Tigress purred, eyeing Harry up and down hungrily, every bit her namesake. She beckoned with a long finger. Come here. Let's help you. Dent stumbled towards the bed on leaden legs. He felt rather flushed from the booze. The girls guided him down onto his back and began to strip his shirt off. He closed his eyes as he fell felt one of them, and he couldn't tell which, begin to kiss down his chest, his belly as his arms are pulled from the shirt. Came the voice. So it's Tigress doing the kissing then. Yeah, she's so right. What a tasty one you are. Such a smooth, flat tummy, too. Harry groaned as a tongue roamed round his waistline. Don't see many folks with no belly button, do you? You lose it, Harry. Can't remember, oh God, ever having one, he stammered as Scorpion joined in the kissing. Didn't know my parents. Must have been a test tube baby or something. He felt the kissing stop. Then opened his eyes and saw them looking at each other over the top of him. What's the matter? Tigress turned to him and smiled. We were just wondering if you'd like some special treatment, Harry. What do you think? Dent's head bounced up and down against the pillow as he nodded rapidly. Oh, yes, please, yes, he shouted. Blondie slipped off the bed and sidled over to where her purse had been thrown along with her skirt. There was a muffled jangling noise. Then she came back dangling 2 pairs of handcuffs on her index finger. Dent's mouth hung open, wide enough to fit a train side. For you? He asked. Scorpion and Tigress beamed wide as they shook their heads. Scorpion passed 1 pair to a friend, and the 2 of them ran the cold metal shackles up over Harry's chest to his arms. Then grabbing one wrist in unison, they snapped the cuffs shut, first to him, then to the bedstead. So you girls do this a lot then? He asked as he tugged his arms against the cuffs. No give. None whatsoever. All the time, Harry, Tigress replied. She went back to kissing his chest momentarily, before sipping some more wine. This is a good vintage. What year was it again? Harry had his eyes blissfully shut and barely whispered, 1900. I love 1900. Year of the Box Rebellion. That was a good year. Harry felt the sensual sliding of material and the skin over his belly as Scorpion whispered something to Tigress. Tigress laughed. No, honey, they didn't have champagne back in 60. More whispering. Oh, sorry, you meant you liked the year. Yes, Boudica was fun, wasn't she? Boudica? Alarm bells started ringing in Harry's head. Boudica? 60? 1900? His eyes flashed open. What greeted him immediately parched his throat. Teeth. 2 sets of very sharp teeth. Seeing the look on his face, Tigress placed her empty glass on the bedstand and ran her fingers slowly down one of her fangs. Oh, Harry, I'd say we were sorry and we don't like doing this to you, she shrugged nonchalantly. Then I'd be a liar, wouldn't I? Turning to the vampire. You want to go first this time, Scott? I know wine always gives you an appetite. A little while later, Tigress was simultaneously dabbing her lover's cheek with a piece of tissue whilst talking on her mobile. Yep, we're done here. No problems. Hold still, sweetie. Not you. Scorp got a bit messy. She stuck her tongue out at her partner. Yeah, right, okay. She stopped cleaning the other vampire and mimed nagging movements with her hand. Scorpion placed the delicate hands over her mouth and stifled a giggle. Look, honey, we've been doing this long before your ancestors ever made it to Britain. Okay? I know. You just want to make sure we get the right ones. Well, needless to say, Harry Boy was navel free. No sign of a natural birth. Yes, that too. He tasted of clay. Definitely a construct. Okay, that's fine. Catch you later. Scorpion mimed a little wave. Oh, Scorp says bye. He says bye back at you. She hung up and snapped the little phone shut. Okay, babe, let's get dressed and hit the town. The night's still young. Scorpion smiled and linked arms with Tigress's as they exited the flat and left discarded on the bed the desiccated remains of the late Harry, biggest hunk of muscle that ever stacked files in the archives. Dent. They were off for some more fun.